Swabian is one of the Alemannic dialects of High German. It is spoken in Swabia, which covers much of the southwestern German state of Baden-Württemberg, including its capital, Stuttgart. It is also spoken in the rural area known as the Swabian Alb, and in the southwest of Bavarian Swabia. Swabian is also spoken by part of the Danube Swabian population of Hungary, the former Yugoslavia, Romania and the former Soviet Union. Description: Swabian is difficult to understand for speakers of Standard German, not just because of its pronunciation but because it contains vocabulary that differs from Standard German. For example, strawberry jam in Standard German is Erdbeermarmelade, while in Swabian it is Brachtling salts. In 2009, the word Muggersegel, meaning the dirt a housefly leaves on surfaces, was voted in a reader's survey by Stuttgart.It, the largest newspaper in Stuttgart, as the most beautiful Swabian word, well ahead of any other term. The expression is used in an ironic way to describe a small unit of measure and is deemed appropriate to use in front of small children. German broadcaster SWR's children's website, Kindernet, explained the meaning of Muggersegel in the Swabian dictionary in the Swabian-based TV series Ein Fall Furby. ARZ. Characteristics: the ending -at is used for verbs in the first-person plural. As in other Alemannic dialects, the pronunciation of s before t and p bulsh is pronounced as fesht. Closing parenthesis. The voice onset time for plosives is about halfway between where it would be expected for a clear contrast between voiced and unvoiced aspirated stops. This difference is most noticeable on the unvoiced stops, rendering them extremely similar to or indistinguishable from voiced stops. T to D tash becomes dash, tag becomes dag, P to E putzen becomes butzer, papa becomes barber. One simple thing to look for is the addition of the diminutive -le suffix on many words in the German language. With the addition of this -le, the article of the noun automatically becomes das in the German language, as in Standard German. The Swabian -le is the same as Standard German lein or chen, but is used, arguably, more often in Swabian. A small house is a Hauschen in Standard German, a Heil in Swabian. Zug becomes Ziegler, house becomes Heil, Curl becomes girl, Madchen becomes Mädelbaum becomes Baimler. In some regions, -le for plural is used. Many surnames in Swabia are also made to end in -le. Articles are often pronounced as Dr. D and S. The ch is sometimes omitted or replaced. Ich becomes dick becomes die, Mitch becomes me. Vowels. In many regions, the Swabian dialect is spoken with a unique intonation that is also present when Swabian native speakers talk in Standard German. Similarly, a subtle but very prominent cue carrying over is the fact that the letter S is always pronounced voiceless. There is no voiced S in Swabian. While this should be very obvious to Northern Germans, Swabian speakers are most often very unaware about this, even while tending to speak perfect Standard German in all other aspects. The voiced plosives, the post-alveolar fricative, and the frequent use of diminutives based on L suffixes gives the dialect a very soft or mild feel, often felt to be in sharp contrast to the harder varieties of German spoken in the north. Classification and variation. Swabian is categorized as an Alemannic dialect, which in turn is one of the two types of Upper German dialects. The ISO 639-3 language code for Swabian is SWG. The Swabian dialect is composed of numerous subdialects, each of which has its own variations. These subdialects can be categorized by the difference in the formation of the past participle of sein into GWAA and GSEI. The GSEI group is nearer to other Alemannic dialects, such as Swiss German. It can be divided into Southeast Swabian, West Swabian and Central Swabian. Recognition in mass media. The Baden-Württemberg Chamber of Commerce was praised for its advertising campaign with the slogan, Wir können alles, außer Hochdeutsch, which means, we can everything except Standard German. The campaign wanted to boost Swabian pride for the dialect and industrial achievements. It however failed to impress Northern Germans and neighboring Baden. Dominic Kuhn became famous in Germany with Schwabisch fan-club videos, dubbing among others Barack Obama with German dialect vocals and revised text. Swabian dialect writers Sebastian Saylor, August Lammler, Joseph Aberl, Thaddeus Troll, Helmuth G. Harsis, Peter Schlack,